Free your mind. One of the problems of living in the modern world is we've all been brainwashed. Brainwashed to believe a lot of stuff that isn't true. This on its own is not a bad thing, to believe things that aren't true. This is a very critical function of healthy societies, to believe in a set of ideas that are not provable. But so long as they maintain the cohesion of society, everything's okay. For example, way back in the days of cave people, there weren't that many people. So it was possible and even likely for one dude to be such a killer to provide the bulk of calories to be the one guy everybody respected. The one guy that would get all the girls. Nobody had a problem with that. All the dudes would go hunting with this same guy every day. All the dudes saw what a vicious killer he was. Every day they saw exactly what they needed to do to be like him, to be respected by everybody, to be desired by everybody, to get all the girls. So there were zero bad feelings. Nobody thought it wasn't fair. Life was the way it was. Everybody knew that. Everybody knew why it was that way. Everybody saw why it was that way. But once they started large societies, that kind of behavior was very, very dangerous. So all the societies in the early days of agriculture had to come up with a collective story about who they were, one they all participated in creating. These narratives slowly evolved as the society slowly evolved. Often these narratives contained ideas of the gods, good and evil, morality and immorality. But back then, those narratives belonged to everybody, a story of who we are, whoever we happen to be. The only thing that makes this possible is if we have some kind of an instinct to believe in things that are probably not true. Back then, this organic, carefully calibrated narrative served everybody. Everybody looked at their lives, their places, and looked inside this mutually generated narrative and was okay. Today, we are messed up more than we can imagine. All kinds of narratives are being created all the time. And narratives are just like ancient kingdoms. Everybody wants to control them. Our imagination instinct is being yanked all over the place. This is very much like food. Our ancient food instinct says, eat whatever you can, whenever you can. This instinct needs to be managed today. Our narrative instinct is the same way. Back then, it didn't require much thought. But today, if you aren't careful, you could end up in a world of pain. Manage and control your narrative instinct and set yourself free. To learn how, visit mindpersuasion.com/3x3.